Hey, what's up, guys? Some more old school kung fu movies, the more independent films, the ones they used to show on Channel 11, right? Channel 5 would show the Golden Harvest, the Shaw Brothers films, but Channel 11 would show the cheaper ones that were filmed in Taiwan. But man, many of those, the lower budget actually makes them even crazier. I don't know how to describe it. And these are particularly Joseph Kuo movies. He made a lot of films. And these are some of the ones I have. There's some I don't have. I lost, but very interesting director. How he was able to, with almost no money, make these very epic films that were influenced by what was being done at Shaw Brothers, but put their own spin on it. I don't know how else to put it. Essentially, these three top films here are kind of influenced by the Shaolin cycle of films. The one on the bottom, Born Invincible, is sort of influenced by one of the, as I get older, probably one of my favorite films, Executioners of Shaolin. A movie that I lost, apparently. I can't seem to find it. But like I said, they take a different spin on them. These are crazy films. I don't know. I'm just going to go through each one briefly. All right, the Bronzeman movies. Okay, and actually, this is a sequel to them. The Bronzeman movies. Essentially, the hook is that you have the protagonists. They want to leave Shaolin, right? Because Shaolin's almost like a prison. But you can leave if you can beat the trials of the 18 Bronzemen, who are essentially robots. Okay, you have these guys in like these robot suits, essentially, but they're supposed to be robots, right? I know, you're like, that's stupid. Uh, hey man, don't go no further than if you can't deal with that. Okay, they surmised that in Shaolin Temple at one point they did have a wooden men trial, but they didn't look like, they weren't anthropomorphic. They were like kind of like the wooden dummies you see in some of the Southern Kung Fu with pulley systems on them. So they acted like opponents that would come at you and strike you and whatnot. You see more of that in Death Chambers, which is a Shaw Brothers film. But the 18 Bronzemen is all obviously it's a more of a visual thing. I mean, it's just crazy. You essentially see these guys, right, fighting robots with their hands, trying to get to the last thing, the last trial to get out of Shaolin Temple, which everyone knows from the TV show with the Kung Fu. You have to lift that thing up with your arms, and it brands you with the dragon and the tiger, and that you are from Shaolin, and everyone will know that you are from Shaolin. And that's essentially what you have in these movies. A lot of great epic storytelling. A lot of stuff is not, this hidden traitor is not revealed in this film. The hero is actually not the best guy. The best guy is this dude. When you find out who he really is, though, it really adds to the story of it. Okay, this film is a sequel, or it could be a prequel. Essentially, Carter Hwang does what an actor does, playing the big brother type serious hero here. He now plays the evil Manchu prince who fools his way into becoming a student at Shaolin and decides he's going to go through the 18 Bronzemen. Uh, Fascinating film. Okay, not too many films done from the Manchu perspective. The only other one I can really think of is, of course, Deadly Mantis. Now I'm getting really nerdy. With Kung Fu heads know what I'm talking about with that film, but these are just they're crazy. I don't know what else to say. I keep saying craziness, right? Epic, totally serious. That's the thing that maybe people can't grip about the Asian stuff. Like Godzilla films, especially like the early ones, are really serious films. Meanwhile, you're watching big like monster costumes, or you're watching these dudes like fighting, death traps and crazy robots, uh, and it's totally serious. If you cannot get your head around that, you won't enjoy that. So, and a lot of people can't. But let me show you some scenes already. There we go, man. That's the first Brosman. Yeah, they're badass. You may pass. All right. Unfortunately, the hero is not as good as him. Who's that guy? Ouch. Ooh. Uh, can't help him. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ah. Hey, two guys fighting two guys is always fun. Let me tell you. Oh. Yeah. My man still has problems with the one. It's almost like a video game with Dungeons and Dragons. This is cool. I like this. It's like that bronzeman can't move. What can he do? Oh, yeah. Now, when you're a kid watching this is insane. But it still holds up. Oh, damn! Secret weapons. Yeah. Crazy. This is what I'm talking about. The craziness. Yeah, get him. Oh, they would kill. Yeah, son. Get him. Now this must be cut. Oh. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have shown the ending, but I always like the 3-on-1 ending. There's no mercy for the bad guys in these films, man. None. Oh my God. And you find out my man who he was. Why do you sacrifice yourself? Oh, the hell is that symbol there? Oh. Only way to get him. Brother. You can't die. You mustn't die. Or else I will have failed in my duty. That's right. Who was he? You have to watch the movie to find out. And no, he's not an AB. Blazing Temple. Now this is kind of like a take on Death Chambers, the Shaw Brothers film, but this one, it's like there's a lot of cool things. I like that Shaolin being attacked as a miniature. I like that from kind of like a monster movie thing, and the fact that the Manchus wisely use artillery, which they had, to just destroy Shaolin Temple rather than go in and get their asses, ground up. What's cool about this film is it's very much a hopeless movie. The characters are constantly the villains, just like in all these films. The villains are just as good, if not better, than the heroes. So to defeat them, the heroes have to be really clever. In addition to also sacrificing, most of these people don't make it. And it's kind of cool. You have kind of like a camaraderie thing with the young monks all explaining why they're there. What they're trying to do, and then they get attacked. And you have this character here. She's similar to the one you saw in the footage, the female swordswoman character, which you see in a lot of the earlier, I guess you'd say, martial arts films from the 60s. That was still popular. That was still a draw. Yeah, just great film. And just Carter Hwang, who I didn't mention before, who is the actor in a lot of these films. He does what an actor's supposed to do. He plays the big brother character here, who turned out to be the secret protector of the hero. Here, he's the villain. He's the Manchu prince that tricks his way into Shaolin to learn the techniques so he can then become more powerful and rule China with an iron hand. In this film, he's one of the younger, more inexperienced monks who's kind of naive, but is entrusted with secret techniques, because the abbot knows that he's pure. He's a pretty pure, naive, innocent kid. This film is great, man. When they finally pull off the revenge in this, man, it is hard won. So, like I said, these films make a kind of trilogy if you want to see them. Rounding it out, sort of a later film. Born Invincible. Once again, Carter Hwang he plays villain. Okay, the white-haired villain, Bai Mei, right? Supposed to be a Taoist They're also, the implication is also that these are eunuchs, right? And that the esoteric, crazy internal kung fu they learn is almost like magic. They're literally invulnerable. The whole Bai Mei thing. If you ever saw the character in Kill Bill, the whole idea was the character was invulnerable. This film is sort of a takeoff template of Executions in Shaolin, a film where the hero in the film, it has an almost impossible task of trying to beat this literally unbeatable, invincible character. Okay? This film is sort of a takeoff on that, with the same premise that the senior kung fu guys in this all die early on. Okay, in order to get revenge, their students who are young, who are not as skilled, have to work really hard to try to avenge their masters against this guy and this other guy here with the secret weapons. This criminal, deadly duo of it. Of course, in this film, you have basically the Yun brothers were doing a lot of choreography. A lot of the kung fu here now is getting more into the opera style, the very acrobatic, Jackie Chan, Deadly Venom style that you see here. So there's a lot of crazy scenes, in the film, action scenes. But what really is striking about this film is that the heroes, just like in the Executions of Shaolin, Hong Si-kwan's son, them winning is really in doubt. They are so outclassed in this film, especially by this guy, and not all of them survive, and not all of them survive intact. It really is. It gets across the gravitas of these dudes, these young men, are sacrificing, and like I said, their victory is very much in doubt to the very end. Okay, because what they're facing is so powerful, but the will to overcome. Well, that's what you get in these films. Yeah, they're not just mindless entertainment, but that's my spin on it. So, yeah, swords can't even friggin' penetrate this dude. Arrogant bastard. Yeah, now you got no chance. Swords don't work. What your hands gonna do? Oh, yeah. He's got nothing. Oh, here comes the headbutt. Oh. Oh, he's looking at the sun. Why? You gotta watch to see why. He's trying. They're trying to use all the tricks. They're trying to use their head because the raw power. Oh, it's just they just can't deal with this dude. And this is the last hero that can friggin' fight. Anyway, see the craziness of it. Let's show one more thing here. I think that was really cool in terms of the visual aesthetics of it. See, more acrobatic style. Oh, here we go. My man's got the ring. And he's going for his weak spots. He's got the little ring thing. But what this guy does when he's fighting with his footwork, he does this crazy thing. Oh. Or he starts making like a yin-yang symbol in the dirt. My man has a little needle ring that he's trying to get his meridians with. And he don't like it. He's actually getting to him. So I always thought it was cool that in this film they're like, yeah, you know what? We're going to use tricks, technology, gadgets, underhanded things, whatever we can do to try to friggin' get revenge. Anyway, that's Born Invincible, man. Joseph Kuo movies. They're awesome. Yeah, look at that. Alright, later.